So the results of Ignite, this campaign for Loyola, will take the Loyola experience beyond what we ever thought imaginable. But our success isn't possible without the support of the entire Loyola community, or without tremendous leaders to help guide all of our efforts. So I'd like to introduce two people who have generously committed themselves to seeing this campaign to the finish line. And they have been committing themselves to Loyola for a very long time. Serving as co-chairs of Ignite, these two individuals have inspired me and countless others in our work thus far. I'm pleased to introduce to you our campaign co-chairs, Mr. Bill Stromberg, the class of 1978, former member of the Loyola Board of Trustees, father of Lee of the class of 2009, and Andrew, class of 2011, and Joe Sullivan, former chairman of the Loyola Board of Trustees, father of Tim, class of 2001, Matt, class of 2004, and Andrew, class of 2006. So please join me in welcoming Bill and Joe.
Thank you, Anthony. And maybe before I begin, I just want to say to Coach Steve, we are going to get you that bathroom. It's coming. Anthony, thank you. And I offer my warmest welcome to everybody here tonight as well. It's been a true honor for me to serve as campaign co-chair with Joe and together to work with Anthony and I would say an incredibly dedicated development staff and the other members of the campaign executive committee to help bring this campaign to life. The campaign began more than 2 years ago now with a series of conversations, focus groups with the Loyola community. And Anthony's intentions, along with the board led by Bill McCarthy, who's here tonight, was to see if the Loyola community was ready to take a leap forward, ready to go to work, so to speak, to help bring an exciting future to what is already a great place here at Loyola. The outcome of those conversations was crystal clear. Tremendous commitment and support for Loyola, for what Loyola's mission is and how Loyola executes that mission. A real commitment to go to work and to help fortify the experience that's here, which is the preeminent Jesuit-infused formation experience in this region. On a personal level, Loyola's had a very big impact on my life, and on my two sons as well, which Anthony described both my boys. I committed to this campaign because I do think this is a game-changing campaign for this school. It'll position Loyola with the modern facilities and an increasing endowment that can help bring a transformational experience to a broader range of young men and deliver a diverse, inclusive community that so many pieces of Loyola wants to see. The Learning Center itself, I think, will bring modern technology to life in the lives of the students here in a very creative way. And the growing endowment will add access and affordability to so many new young men. I'd like to take a moment and shout out to the development staff here, led by Adam Trice, who you've heard from, and the team there. Outstanding work. They've been so dedicated throughout these last couple of years to this campaign, and they've really delivered. I also want to know that a very large and dedicated group of executive campaign committee members have been at this for several years, really enjoying it and doing a terrific job to help put us in the place we're in today. So in concluding, for me, Loyola really is a special place. And I think we have an opportunity right in front of us to fortify Loyola so it can continue to take young men and turn them into men for others for generations to come. I hope you'll participate in it. I hope you'll join it and do what you can to help bring this to a successful conclusion. And now I'd like to introduce my co-chair, campaign co-chair, and good friend, Joe Sullivan, to offer his thoughts on the campaign.
Thank you. I truly enjoyed working with you on what is a critical initiative for Loyola. I was thinking a few minutes ago about when we were interviewed separately, I think about, from some of the campaign consultants, about who we thought, if Loyola kicked off a big campaign, who we thought would be the best person to lead and to chair that campaign. And I said, well, it's obvious. It's clearly Bill Stromberg. And I said, that's interesting, because when we interviewed Bill, he said it's obviously Joe Sullivan. So as it turned out, then he said, well, if Bill did it, would you do it? And I said, well, I don't think Bill's going to do it. I can't do it alone, but you would. And anyway, here we are. So I'd like to join Bill and thank a number of the people who are here tonight. First of all of you for joining us. Bill McCarthy and the members of the board, Loyola's faculty and staff for sure, and an appropriate shout out for them. Anthony, his leadership team, Bill mentioned Adam and Aaron and Pat from the development team. They're warriors, these people. They don't stop, and they're not going to stop until we're done. I also want to call out a little bit of a shout out to John Stewart. John's been a road warrior in this. He's joined us in this campaign, and he's gone to make trips, and he is spending his enormous equity capital that earned over so many decades with the Loyola community, guilting when necessary, strong-arming when possible. He's been a great help, so John, thank you. So, as many of you know, I'm not originally from Baltimore. And as Anthony informed me, it's been 25 years, but I'm still now on the waiting list, I guess.
That's what I would say.
But for me, Loyola is one of the enduring institutions in my life. I'm not an alum, but yet I do think of myself as a Don. Now, my 3 sons who graduated, they argue with me. They said, you never had to do Jug, or you never had to do this, or you never had Mr. Stewart banging on you. So they don't think I've actually earned the designation. But I, nevertheless, think of myself as a Don. But mostly I'm a very grateful and proud father of 3 alums, and I'm a passionate and committed supporter of the school, and most importantly, its mission. I believe that this is a seminal moment, but for more than just Loyola, because I see Loyola as an essential institution for Baltimore, for the region, and beyond. Loyola's mission of developing men for others addresses not only the what of education, but the how. And Loyola's commitment to extend and strengthen the delivery of that mission, in part through Ignite, is, I would argue, more important today than ever. Ignite represents a bold vision for the future of Loyola. It seeks to increase the annual operating support for the school through the Loyola Fund, and that's something that Anthony has said is really the lifeblood of programmatic development for Loyola each and every year. It seeks to make Loyola more affordable, more accessible to more students from more backgrounds through the expansion of the endowment. And it seeks to deliver for our Dons a new learning center worthy of the mission and of the students that we have the responsibility and the privilege to educate and to form. So now is the time to complete what I think of as step 1 in achieving this bold vision. We need to finish the job. We need to complete the raising of the funds that are needed to do it. We are all really pleased with the response and with the commitment to the Loyola Fund. It gives Anthony and his team the confidence of delivering their work this year, next year, and ongoing. We're absolutely thrilled with the overwhelming response and commitment to the endowment, and what is the inherent message that sends about the belief of our community in the mission of Loyola and making it accessible and available to more students. So the final piece is the largest. It's the funding of the construction of the Learning Center. And we're close. We're really close, but we're not quite there. Now, Bill McCarthy and the Board of Trustees are appropriately expecting that all the funds needed to complete the Learning Center be committed before we put a shovel in the ground. And this is prudent financial management to ensure Loyola's long-term sustainability. So, like Bill, I ask that you help us to finish the raise, to run through the tape, and let's make this last piece of the campaign a reality. So I'd like to just thank you for all that you've done. I want to thank you for all that you will do for this institution that is so important and for which we all care so much. And in the words of St. Ignatius, And in the words of, in inflecting this campaign, let's go and let's set the world on fire. Thank you.